Hello, everyone out there. Hope you're doing really well. Today's Friday, and we're almost at the end of this class. So the last part of the class, after you write your resume, your cover letter, and your follow-up letter, is the interview. So I want to talk about a couple things. First, the follow-up letter is a thank you letter that you write after you have the interview. And when you write and send a follow-up letter, it should be within 24 hours. Because if two people are being considered for the job, usually the one who writes the thank you letter will have a little bit of an edge over the other person. So when you write your follow-up letter, you want to pretend that you had a fabulous interview, restate your brand or whatever your main points were so that the employer can remember. And the second thing is to talk about what you have to offer for the organization. Sometimes we do a great interview and sometimes we don't. And next week I'm going to be interviewing a prospective vice president of instruction on Zoom. So that's going to be really interesting. We have 8 people on our committee, so we will all be on Zoom at the same time interviewing the new prospective vice president of instruction. So talking into a camera is actually a skill that you may use in the future because people who are good on camera will probably have an edge on those who are not good on camera. So that brings us to our interviews. The final interview would normally be done with a panel of 8 people, but since we don't have a panel of 8 people, it's you and a camera. So what I'd like you to do is have someone interview you, or you can do it like I am right now, just set yourself up in front of a camera and answer the 8 questions that I posted. The first question is, tell me about yourself. So you want to briefly describe your qualifications for the position that you're interviewing for. You don't want to give a lot of personal information because that is discriminatory. So we don't need to know your age and all that. Don't tell people you have children because that is an illegal question and you don't want to give them any reason to think that you might call in sick because your kids are home. So don't share personal information. They already know based on your application. So when they say, tell me about yourself, you want to say, well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to interview today, and I'd like to discuss my qualifications for this position and tell you why I'm the best candidate. Number 1, I went to school and yada, yada, yada. I took courses on whatever it is you want to tell them, and that is why I'm here. I have a lot of experience and a lot of education, and I know that I can be a real benefit to your organization. Give them examples of things that you have done in every question. Follow the STAR method, which means start with a situation or a task, the action that you took, and the result that you got. So you want to say, so for example, during my internship at Cal State San Marcos or Mount San Jacinto College, I worked at Target or Sears or a restaurant or Subway, whatever it was. And I worked with a diverse group of people. And it was very interesting, rewarding. And I know how to interact with the community and I understand the clientele of your organization. So I am confident that I will be a great asset to you. So you want to talk about your education, your work-related responsibilities that you have. One thing you always want to do is tell people what you have done quantitatively. Don't just say you were responsible for something or duties included, because we all have responsibilities and duties that we don't do. We want to give accomplishments that we have done, give a time frame that we've done them in, and it makes a huge difference in your resume as well as in your interview. So some of the other questions I asked were to define success, tell people how you handle conflict. Employers want someone who can handle conflict. They don't want people to bring every single situation to them. They want you to be able to handle it yourself. So give examples, give a situation or a task, tell the action that you took and the result that you got, and then go into another example. In closing, the last question is, why should we hire you? And you need to have 3 reasons. And you want to come on strong and say, there are 3 reasons why you should hire me. Number 1, I will do this for you, whatever it is. Number 2, I will do this. I am eager to start. I am confident I'm the right person. And as I've said before, I understand your mission statement and your values, and I know and I'm confident that I can make you money, save you money, or make you more efficient, whatever it is that they're looking for. People get hired for 3 reasons. They will make them money, they will save them money, or they will make them more efficient. So if it's a nonprofit organization, how are you going to add to the efficiency of the organization? And what's really important to the employers to understand what's unique about you. What is your unique selling proposition? What's unique? What's specific? What do you have that they really want? So you got to really sell yourself in that interview. The resume and the cover letter sell you as well, and they look really good on paper. And sometimes people who look really good on paper don't interview well. And some people do look marginally okay on paper, and then they interview fantastically. So employers don't want to invest money in you unless they feel that you are the right candidate for the position. So that is my advice for you. And I look forward to looking at your videos. So you can ask yourself the question or have someone else ask you the question. Talk into your phone, do a selfie video, have someone else videotape you, or sit in front of the computer like I am right now and go through it that way. People who practice interviewing over and over and over do really well. And if you can interview as well on camera too, then you're going to have an added advantage over the other applicants. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you're safe and you're virus free and that we will all come out of this hole. Okay, so anyway, I look forward to seeing you someday in person. So when you're on campus, hopefully we can see each other. You can say, hey, I was in that class. All right, okay, thank you. Do you want to stop recording? Yeah.